Liverpool 1, RB Leipzig 0, and we are top of the group alongside Aston Villa, funnily enough. 9 points from 9, 3 wins out of 3. And it was exactly how we said it last night, Reece. It was a nervy one, if I'm pretty honest. I think we hung on in the end to that 1 point. Bit of a controversial taken in the first half. A big call made by the referee that should have been given to us, but it didn't given to us. But in the second half, we rode our luck a little bit. I think we invited him on a bit too much for my liking. But 3 points is 3 points, Reece. And the 1-0 is over the line. That's all that matters.
Obviously, would have liked us to kind of kill the game when we got on top in the second half. And as we know, I thought decisions only go against us in the Premier League, but it seems like it's happening in Europe now as well. Blatant, obvious penalties. And it's like you've got video recognition there. You could see it's a penalty, and then they're not even really looking at it. They're just dismissing it. So, like you said, we rode our luck a bit. But like I said, what is impressive is that we're not having to play well for the whole game, and we're winning games, and we look very good defensively. Like teams are finding it really hard to break us down. So onwards and upwards, 3 points. That's the most important thing. Performance can improve, but we're getting better. Even at times when we were playing, those periods where when we was on top, where we were popping the ball around, and it was really nice moves, like for fun. So you could see they're starting to understand Slot's style of play and what he wants from them more and more. So long may it continue.
It was the game that goes against the grain tonight, Stu, because normally we play in the second half. In the first half, we sort of controlled the game, and then towards the second half came in, we sort of like given them all the ball. I don't know why we did that, but we sort of backed off a little bit and wanted. We sort of played a dangerous game. I thought we played a dangerous game in the second half. We kept into long range shots a lot, though, didn't we?
Yeah, we did, and I think that's part of the. I'm seeing a pattern. I think it's part of a tactic, is to give a little bit more possession, not away, but to the opposing team, and draw them onto us a little bit more. But occasionally tonight that didn't work. There were a few sloppy moments. I must admit there was periods in the game where I think we didn't have the right control on the game. First 20 minutes in the first half, I think probably the last 20 minutes of the second half as well. There was a few sloppy passes here and there. Trent, Konate, Szoboszlai, they're all guilty of giving the ball away. So, yeah, playing with fire a little bit, I think, is probably the best way to put it.
And we played with fire. I think we played with fire a bit too much this season. I don't like it. I don't like playing this fire. I want to kill these games off. And the 1-0 Patricia, yeah, it's a win at the end of the day, but we need to start killing these games off, don't we, at some point?
Yeah, to be fair, you can see the intensity dropped a lot. Especially like when we didn't get given that penalty, which, yeah, it's a bit mental. You just see that the players were a bit slow with the ball. The only player that I thought was actually like quite on top of it was Gravenberch. I thought he still played top of his game, to be fair. One thing that did annoy me in the match, though, was too many shots that just weren't thought of. Like the football IQ wasn't there. Like they just shot just for just because. Simicast and Gomez and that. And I feel like, yes, take your chances, but make them a better opportunity. I just didn't see that from the players today. I need to see their sort of like. I want them what they do in training when they score lots of goals to apply that to in-game matches. But yeah, I feel like we did invite too much pressure, so we need to do better next time, and not, like, especially against Arsenal, can't invite the pressure on.
I don't know about you guys. Can you hear static a little bit in my earphones? I don't know if it's you guys.
A little bit, yeah.
But I don't know if it's me. I don't know if it was me.
No, I can hear it as well. A bit.
All right. I don't. Right, 1 second. Try speaking again, boys.
Is it me?
Possibly.
Yeah.
Possibly. Have you got earphones in or something?
Yeah.
All right, that might be why then. It's fine. You could do it anyway. So Patricia's spot on there with what he just said, because we are getting a little bit more control of the ball, and we're taking shots for no reason sometimes. And I tell you, who did that a bit much in the second half. That was Gakpo. And he actually got a good shot at the end, towards the end, but that was his only good shot all game. And he seemed to just rush his chances. And I was surprised that he didn't bring Diaz on earlier. And he brought Diaz and Salah on anyway. I was surprised that Diaz didn't come on for Gakpo quite earlier and isolate Gattuso, because Gattuso was on a yellow card quite early on. So Gakpo is a very funny player right now, because we expected him to be hitting the ground running this season. We expected him to be number one winger, really, above Diaz after his Euros. Where do you see him now, Stu? Gakpo? Do you think he's took his chance again tonight?
I don't know. Last couple of games tonight, actually, I think he was better. I think his overall play wasn't too bad at all. He had a couple of wild shots, but I think he did all right tonight. He did better than the previous match. Has he taken his chance, though? Over Diaz, comparing the numbers, if we're going to look at it logically, no. Diaz's numbers are better. That's just a fact at the moment. So, yeah, my answer would be no. I have to look at it like that. That's the only way I can do. Just look at the pure facts and the stats.
Well, you've seen Diaz play at a level this season that he's got to be up to that level. It's as simple as that if he wants to play. So, speaking of playing a level, Reece, Arne Slot started McAllister and he dropped Jones. He didn't drop Szoboszlai that we wanted at the point, and he actually said, they actually asked him why is McAllister, why is Jones not playing? He says, well, McAllister's not ill anymore. Basically saying, I don't care how Jones played, McAllister's my guy. So we said, didn't we, though, that he seems to favour Szoboszlai. I want to talk about Szoboszlai a little bit. I think he was one of the best players tonight for us.
I think he played really well tonight.
He wasn't amazing, but he was one of our best players, I think. So he did take his chance a little bit, didn't he?
When we were on top at times after we rode the wave of the storm, like the first 15-20 minutes after we scored, you could see he was kind of in his bag a bit, because you could see some of the passing, some of the flicks and stuff. He wasn't thinking about it. It was kind of just natural instinct. So even though I didn't want him to start, he kind of did play well today. So I kind of got to give him credit. From what it looks like what I've said, you can see who Slot's kind of starting lineup is, because even Tsimikas played well, even though he started a bit sloppy and he didn't even get to see out the game. He brought Robinson on, so you can kind of see who he trusts in terms of who his first 11 are. But so
maybe we should just start playing Szoboszlai just away games near Hungary, anywhere close to Hungary.
Or
his homesickness must be just killing him.
When he's training, play some music or do some sort of sign that allows him to feel like he's at home when he's at Liverpool before he starts games. Put music that is from RB Leipzig.
He needs something. Yeah, I'm saying he needs something
in the changing room. Put that in the changing room before he starts.
I don't know whether you guys noticed a little tactical tweak during the game though. Szoboszlai and McAllister were swapping over a lot more in that deeper to further forward position, more than I've seen in most matches. I think that was very deliberate tactical move by Slot to get them rotating a little bit more. So they got a little bit more out of Szoboszlai doing it that way. I think it worked a little bit better tonight. Like I
think Szoboszlai is better further back, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I agree.
He seems to get more of the ball and he gets more confident on it. And number 10, he's sort of, you expect him to do something like on the balls and like make assist or get a goal, at least a shot off. But I think there's less pressure of him moving back a little bit. Maybe push McAllister into the 10, possibly in the future. But yeah, it's obviously he's definitely got a talent. He's definitely a talented player. It was a talented player when RB Leipzig had him, when Salzburg had him, and it's about time we started seeing that. And tonight, we said last night doing research, what a better game to show him when he's playing in his old team is against his old ground. So he took his chance tonight. But Tsimikas, you mentioned him a minute ago, Reece, had a dodgy start, a very dodgy start. He gave the ball away, nearly a goal straight away.
He had a slip though, but I get it looked a bit funny. But you got to remember, he hasn't played for how long? No. Expect someone who's been out in the cold just to come in and start playing. It's similar to Gakpo. People got to remember he's a rhythm player. He's another one. He needs games. So if you play someone one game and then you don't play them for another 5-6 games, they're rusty. So, but continue. Sorry, what you're saying.
I'll ask Patricio if he would continue with Tsimikas. We've got Arsenal on Sunday.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I don't know. I think I'd start Robertson, to be fair, personally.
No.
That's the thing. I think defensively, Robertson's just better. Like, go and attack on that side. Yeah, Simicast maybe.
Can
But
I
I just,
counter? If you
yeah, go
don't
for it.
And it wouldn't even necessarily be Simicas. I'll start Gomez because if you look at Robinson when he came on, he looked shaky at the back again when he started. This season, if you look defensively, he's being got at a lot more. So we can't really say defensively Robinson's great. A lot of the time now, guys are going past Robinson on the outside, the inside. Sometimes when it's the when we're doing the high line, sometimes Robinson's even the one playing them on. So for me, I get he's good defensively, but if we need to like have an honest conversation, he is declining because going forward, he don't offer nothing. He doesn't really offer
Yeah, no.
really.
If only people asked for a left back in the summer, eh? If only people asked for a left back in the summer, I would didn't see this
Fair
coming.
enough. People don't want to start Simicast, but I would start Gomez, not Robinson, because if you've got someone like Saka playing, obviously he looks like he's going to be injured. But if you've got someone,
It could be back. It could be back. It could be right, Reece.
if you've got someone with pace,
say.
Robinson for me is going to be in trouble because you can see he's declining. You can see he hasn't got that engine anymore. So that's just my opinion personally. I'll start Gomez for me.
Yeah, if that's the option, then I'd go for Gomez as well. Then yeah. I do feel like he did play well for us when he was playing left back. So I prefer Gomez in full back than I do at centre back. So yeah, I'd maybe then you've sort of swayed me to Gomez now.
No offense to you, Simicast. Thanks for your decent game tonight, but that's your only game in this
going forward.
This period.
Going forward, don't sleep on Simicast because you got to remember how we play is possession. And if you look when he was crossing corners and stuff, people act like he hasn't been doing this. He's always been really good going forward. For me,
I even said in the chat his corners were on point.
He was doing really well. I couldn't understand why he took him off because he was having a good game. Let him see out the last 15 minutes. It's not like he was looking shaky. So I couldn't understand why you brought Robinson on for me. But yeah, that's just my opinion personally.
I think it was to like lock it up maybe because you can see Simicast just always want to bomb him up. Yeah.
We needed that 1-0 victory, didn't we? We sort of did look like scoring another, but they were looking really, really threatening towards the end. And that was my worry, the fact that they were getting so many chances. And Kelleher did make a couple of good saves, a couple of them straight at him, a couple of good saves, a couple of actually pretty camera saves, I think. However, there were issues there towards the end. They were giving up too many chances. I don't know if it was mainly from the right hand side. I won't say it was Trent, but it was mainly from that right hand side.
Yeah.
It was mainly like Canate and sort of like the DM position. It wasn't really Trent. So I don't think Trent had a bad game, but that's where the attacks were coming from. That's where they looked dangerous. And we said this last night, didn't we, Reece? I expected them to shoot from long range. I said, do we shut them shots down? Do you think we got away with one tonight, Stu? Possibly. Or do you think it was just a defensive masterclass?
I wouldn't say we got away with one. I personally really enjoyed the tactical side of it tonight. I think both teams, the way they set out, it was quite intriguing. I expected a close game tonight. I was expecting it to be 1-0, 2-1. Well, it'd be like one goal in it anyway. But no, I don't think we got away with one as such. No, it's a tough one. It's a tough one for Leipzig to take, but sometimes it's just not your night. That's just the way it goes.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I think got away with one. They sort of did, but it's a bit harsh of saying it. If that makes sense. Yeah, it's a bit too harsh of a saying to say they got away with. Like we were absolutely terrible, and they missed sitter after sitter. But we did technically get away with one because they had a couple of good chances. I mean, the Sesko got a chance in the first half where Kelleher were going.
I'd like to
didn't put anything on his header.
The comparison between Nunes and Openda's offside statistics, because I think they're both probably going to be pretty equal.
That goal he scored two, didn't he? And that first goal he scored was a fucking banger.
Yeah.
It was an absolute banger.
You can't when you're offside though.
Yeah.
Even though he was offside, he was causing us problems all night.
Oh yeah, he's good.
His runs. Good thing we kind of played the line, but he was a nuisance like all night. He kind of had
don't get me wrong, Leipzig
on their toes all night.
Some good players, aren't they? Got some good players.
We've got some brilliant players. They've got an outstanding squad and really young squad as well. That's the thing. So I think give it a couple of more years, they could be a force to be reckoned with in Europe. if they
could even win the league this year if they keep it up. I think they
Yeah.
could even win the league this year. It's just Bayern Munich have got like Harry Kane and Musiala. It's just a different level, isn't it? It's hard to keep up with that. Xavi Simons coming out towards the end as well was Bayern did get pumped tonight, and we said we spoke about Barcelona, didn't we, earlier, Stu, about Barcelona getting a good team together.
Yeah, Hansi Flick doing his old team over.
Yeah. Xavi Simons going off towards the end, I think, helped us massively because he was the one causing havoc as well. Pendy, him and Sesko were just. I don't think Sesko as good as I thought he would be, but he's still a threat no matter what. He's got a good shot on him, and the shot he had earlier when Kelleher came out, it was a decent attempt, to be honest. He didn't have much to work with.
No.
He rushed as well. It was a decent attempt. Going on to the penalty decision then, boys. This referee tried to rob us. I was almost, you know what, because these live reactions after the game, I've got to finish off the thumbnail. I've got to do the little info at the bottom, the details at the bottom. I was almost writing robbed if they were the equaliser. That was going to be the main word of tonight, the robbed, because that was, and I don't usually agree with some fan base. Sometimes a Liverpool fan base will say it's definitely a penalty or whatever when it's not. You know what I'm saying? It's more biased, but this was definitely a penalty. It clipped in, didn't he, Patricio?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, and it's clear as day penalty. But I don't know how the ref didn't see it, how he didn't get told or anything like that. I thought it was mental. And the fact that they just carried on, I was like, oh, for sure he's going to look at the monitor at least. But no, nothing. Just carried on. I thought it was strange.
I just can't understand what they see on the VAR. I can't understand. They can't see, hang on a second. Even in fast motion, sometimes a still image, like the still image you got down at the background, I've got that on the thumbnail as well. Even that, it might look bad as a still image, but even in fast motion, you can see it's a clear clip. It's a clear normal motion, fast motion, whatever motion you want to use. It's a clear clip on the player. It's nowhere near the ball, and it might be a bit theatrical, going down with his hands up in the air and stuff. But that's where footballers are. But Reece, how can you excuse the VR for not at least telling the referee to have a look at it at least?
You can't, but from what it looks like when the referee has decided that he said no, I can't remember what one of the rules are, but if he's already said no, they don't they don't really have to look at it. But I was listening to another stream, and while I was watching the game as well, and someone made a good point. They said that I think it was Kyle from Coppish. He said it's like these referees have egos. It's like because they've made a mistake and it looks embarrassing, instead of owning up and saying, "Oh, I've got it wrong," you're trying to, "Oh, it's all right, it doesn't matter." Whereas it does matter.
And the friends look after them as well. The friends don't want to.
This is what I'm trying to say. It's the integrity of the game as well. And for me, at any level, for me, it matters. But when you're at the top level and you lot are at the top of your field and you're getting paid big salaries, and say Liverpool didn't get the points there, and then for whatever reason, you look back on that and think, oh, we didn't finish top or we got knocked out. Or it's one of the reasons why we didn't progress to go. You see what I'm trying to say? They're not looking at the long-term aspect of it.
Yeah.
Bad, man. For me, that was a bad decision, because it's one thing when you say before VAR, they said, oh, we didn't have video footage, so we don't have eyes in the back of our head. Now you've got the footage and you're still not using it correctly. So I thought the Premier League, I know the Prem's got it in for us, but it looks like in Europe it's starting to happen now as well. And I used to rate the referees in Europe a bit more. But yeah, today's decision was a poor decision for me.
So to me, that's basically just negligence.
They're
not using the technology right. And they've had the training on it. There's no excuse.
They see the same fucking videos we do. They don't see anything different to what we do.
That's the thing.
They probably get a better HD camera than what we've got.
Yeah, that's what I don't get about it, is we see it on the replays, they see it. Why don't I don't... It's like harking back to the Diaz goal that got disallowed against Spurs last season.
Don't remind me, Stu, please. that really boils my blood, that one.
It's things like that. That is just pure negligence. But nobody seems to be held accountable for these mistakes. And
what about Odegaard's handball?
Yeah,
playing basketball.
There's too many. Like I said,
in any other walk of life,
Stamford Bridge.
Any other walk of life, some heads would roll at the end of the day. But referees, they're untouchable for some reason. I don't know why.
At some point, science got to give. That's how I see it. Because you can't keep making these poor decisions, and you're meant to be at the top of your field. It's not like you're making we can look at it and be like, oh, that could have went either way. We could understand why that was a mistake. That's an easy decision. You could see there's contact. Is it the most clearest in terms of like, did he go through him? No, but you could see there's contact.
It's enough to take him off his balance.
That's the rules now. No, they said any type of contact. So what are we doing here? It's like the inconsistency is just so annoying and frustrating at times.
You know, it's so frustrating. If they get rid of VAR, that's not solving anything, because that means the referees got away with it.
Yeah,
they've wasted a perfect opportunity to use a brilliant technology there to help them to get decisions right, and they've completely wasted. The reason why VAR were brought in because referees were shit, and they needed support.
And now they got worse.
That's what I understand. But it's not VAR. When people say, "Oh, let's scrap VAR," it's not VAR. You can't. The video doesn't do anything. The video doesn't choose the decision. It's still the dickheads making the decision in the booth or on the pitch. It's still idiots in charge of it. Idiots using it, and idiots not following rules. That's what it is. And it wasn't even the worst decision tonight. The McAllister yellow card in the first half was one of the worst ones I've ever seen. The guy got fouled and got told and got the yellow card for diving. I didn't know what even happened, because I saw the yellow card come out. I thought, yeah, free kick and yellow card, that's all right. And I just saw McAllister burn. I was like, what you got burning for?
Then we see the replay, and he gets absolutely wiped
for the
out.
dive. I couldn't. Yeah, shocking referee. And like Stu said, none of this. It's always going to be the same until they're made accountable. Yeah. It's always going to be the same. And if not, it's probably going to get worse until they are made accountable. If we do see interviews next year, then interviews are not enough. We need to start seeing heads rolling. Like,
they need, for me, someone to answer to. They can't just be, oh, we made a mistake, or like when you see Dermot come on Monday and he goes through it, and he's so biased.
He could fuck himself.
And even some of the other ones who are there, there's people who were there who work for Sky, like Neil Warnock, who used to play for us. It's like you're giving the safe answer. You're not trying to upset the apple cart. Where it's like you have a platform, you're in a position where so much people look up to you. A lot of the pundits, and it's like you're just getting brown envelopes under the table. It's like, I'm gonna say the sensible thing, not the correct thing, not the integrity. I'm gonna agree. I'm not trying to rattle or upset. It's like, it's not about that. It's about being honest. It's about calling it how you see it. It's integrity. And for me, you're just losing that more and more every day in football, like the integrity of the game.
It's like the overlap. They got Al Webb on, and they didn't really question him like they should question him. Like, hang on a second, that's not good enough. Like the Liverpool fans came on, the Liverpool fan behind the scenes said about the Diaz goal, and they just laughed it off like it's like, fucking laugh in my face. I fucking swear. Honestly. Be a journalist. Be a person that question him. Why what are you laughing at? It's not even funny. This has cost the team points. This could cost people jobs. By the way, if someone gets relegated off a bad decision, that's clearly shouldn't mean that decision. Yeah. People get sacked at that club for relegations. So why can they lose their jobs for a mistake that doesn't need to happen? Especially when they've got video evidence. When it's happening over and over again, once every blue moon, it's absolutely fine, human error or whatever. But it's every single fucking week we're talking about referees and VAR. Every single week. And they're saying the same video as us. They've got no excuses for not getting them right. The only answers to this is either incompetence or corruption. That's the only two logical answers.
Yeah.
And either one, whatever answer it is, it's not good enough.
Totally agree.
It needs to start improving. Laws need to start coming in place. There needs to be accountability. And UEFA, FIFA, FA, whoever runs this shit, there needs to be accountability, and something needs to be done. And I don't want to have a go at referees, because at the end of the day, they are human beings, and I don't want them to get hate and stuff like that. But just come out and tell us the truth. Come out and be accountable for it, and do better. That's all you want. So going into tonight's boys, who stood out for you? Who stood out for you tonight? We mentioned Szoboszlai earlier. I don't think there was an absolute standout in tonight's game.
I don't know.
I'll go with you first. Who was your man of match?
Who's that? Me? Is that me?
Just here.
Okay,
oh, sorry, I didn't hear you said. Right.
Go on.
My man of the match. I think. I don't know. I feel like Kelleher did quite a good job. I mean, yeah, like, and I know some of the shots that he had that obviously that were offside, thank God, but that no keeper could save them. I thought he did a great job. One of the commentators even mentioned how like he just looks like he fits the number one role as a goalkeeper. He looks comfortable with it, and not at any point have I been like, oh, I'm worried that Kelleher's going to do something wrong. Like
Yeah,
he's done really well.
We ain't got Adrian anymore. That's a good thing, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, thank
I
God.
mean,
I was so happy when he left. But yeah, so I was happy that I think he played really well. Obviously, Gravenberch is just a given. He always plays amazingly. So yeah, I think Szoboszlai, although you guys praised him a bit, I'm still like underwhelmed with his performances. Really, I feel like what Slot wants. I need him to do more. You know, like. I want him to be that sort of 10 that I know he's like he might not like be great at that position, but I need him to do better there.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I do get it. Yeah, so. It wasn't as bad as he has been, but yeah, it still needs to be better. Yeah, and do that a bit more. Yeah, Stu.
Mm-hmm. There's only one player for me, and that's my man Gravenberch. For me, right from the get-go, the way it wasn't just the progressive passing and the pushing forward, it was the covering that he was doing for Konate and Van Dijk as well. There was a couple of moments, I think one led to a corner, where he slotted in between Konate and Van Dijk, and it was going to one of the Leipzig players, and he just knocked it out, and that's what you need from your DM.
That one where he tried crossing it in, like he's like tried cutting it back, and he sort of slid across. Yeah.
And he was just everywhere again on the pitch. Dare I say it? No, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. No, I'm not going to say it.
Go on.
No.
We don't hold back on this channel.
No. It could be used as an excuse for not going shopping, just put it that way.
Don't even... Nah.
Wait, I don't know who you lot are talking about, so you might as well just mention it now. Wait, are you talking about as in Gravenberch, the way he's playing?
Yeah, so we don't need a 6.
I still think we need one. Because I
do as well. Yeah, I do think we need one.
Say if he gets injured, what do we do?
I think a six alongside Gravenberch and McAllister would be perfect.
Yeah,
I mean, but he is.
I don't think we should.
He is playing out of his skin. Long may it continue. For me, I think Gravenberch, like I said, it's just becoming normal now. But I'm more looking at at Patricio. I think some of the saves Kelleher made was outstanding. He kind of kept us in the game. I know 1 or 2 of them was offside, but you still got to save. I think they had one shot where it took a deflection and looked like I was going to loop over him, and he tipped it over. He just looks really comfortable. And I also do think Nunes played really well today. He could have had maybe 1 or 2 more chances. He looks like, from what it looks like, if you look at the first goal, the way he kind of, the movement in terms of to get into the right space, I think Slot is working on getting him to work on those attributes on the training ground. It's not so much be like running around everywhere like a headless chicken. It's more about your movement, trying to get. Obviously, we want you to score all your goals. We want them to be phenomenal goals. But as a goal scorer, a lot of your goals is going to be tap-ins. It's about your movement. It's about picking up clever positions in the box. And I just think he looks like he's been second choice to Jar, but since he's come in, I know it's early, but he looks like he's improving. He looks like he's up for it. He don't look like he's sulking or things like that. He's looked like he's dealing with it. He's trying to grasp the opportunity with both hands. So yeah, long may it continue.
And by the way, the goal was proper David Nugent. That was a proper goal snatcher. Because that was in. That was it. I've seen people say it was going wide. It was not going wide. That was going in. That was a fucking. That was good header, by the way, by Salah.
Nunes made sure, no doubt. He made sure. Is that no?
He just wanted a goal, didn't he? He just wanted that goal.
I said to my missus, that goal is what causes fights in the schoolyard.
Yeah. That reminded me of the school. That reminded me of school. That actually did remind me of school. Susie, when I thought you goal snatching bastard. I've had that so many times where someone's nicked goals off the line. Like, yeah. I know what you mean. Oh, yeah, it actually reminded me of school that you got it absolutely spot on there. But he got his goal. Hopefully, he gets more goals. A bit. You don't have to do taking everyone's goals off them. Just make sure you get your own. Try and get your own goal next time, Nunes. But make sure he does it on Sunday against Arsenal, because that is the big one. That is the 6-point. If we can keep that 4-point cushion at least against Arsenal, if we can go get a draw at least, That'd be a big result. But
I do
I think they're there. I think they are there to win because no Saliba, no Calafiori now because he got injured last night.
I do think the injuries they got, I think we got to go and win that game for me. I know without their injuries, they probably would have been favourites, but I just think they're kind of there for the taking. It's still not going to be an easy game, but I think we need to understand there's an opportunity there.
Take advantage of it.
Yeah, I'll be disappointed if Saka don't start. Obviously, Saliba's missing through suspension. Odegaard's out, and then is there one?
Calafiori got injured last night, so that means
he's out as well. So if Saka's out as well, for me, I'll be disappointed if we go there and we just go to play for a draw. I think we need to go there. We need to see, like what Stu said, there's an opportunity there. Because if we win that game, not saying obviously it's still early, they're not out of the title race, but they're going to be 7 points behind us. And then after that, they've still got to play Chelsea. I think after that, they've got to play Newcastle. Those are not easy games. So for me, there's an opportunity. Hopefully Liverpool can grasp it for me. That's what I'm
if Bournemouth can do it, we can definitely do it for sure.
Yeah.
Don't say that. They'll be saying the same about Forest. They'll be saying the same about Forest.
Yeah.
That Damon's like, don't say that. Don't say that.
Yeah.
I've seen it all before. I've seen all the things before. I've seen it all before.
Yeah, that's funny.
Thank you guys for tonight. If you have joined us tonight, anyway, thank you for watching. If you are watching after the game, if you're watching tomorrow, if you're watching the day after, whenever you're watching, please like the video anyway. If you watch it next week, don't matter. Like the video anyway. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Subscribe and get your notification bells on because we're going to get content out every single day. We did match preview last night. Me and Stu did a video earlier about a certain top 5 wingers that someone put on Twitter. Stu enjoyed it. He didn't know what he didn't know what he was coming on for. He had no clue, and I said to him, "Look, I'm going to tell you as we get along," and he loved it. So, like I said, this channel's going to be about amazing content. That's all I care about. You know, you can't be consistent and putting crap out every single day. I don't want to be that. I want to be good content out every single day for you Liverpool fans and football fans in general. If you want to come and join and watch the Liverpool channel, this is the Liverpool channel for you. Thank you for joining tonight anyway, guys. All 3 of you. I'm glad it ended on a win, just about. Arsenal next one, and that's where it all begins. The big period, the big hard Christmas period comes, and that's where we see Liverpool and Arne Slot for what they are. Thank you, everyone, and good night.